30 years ago we came to Charing. We were young then and keen, eager and full of ideas, and proudly painted our name over the door. Standing in what is our dining room, but when we came here 30 years ago, this was part of the shop, because our shop was in two halves. We walked through a door here, down steps, and into this shop, because the floor was lower then than it is now. And in here we sold glassware, china, enamelware, pots and pans, and it was sort of a cook shop really. We found it wasn't very convenient, so we enlarged the other half of the shop, and this was turned into living accommodation.
I'm Mrs. Crampton, and I've worked in this shop for 7 years. I think it's 7 years, and it's a very nice shop. Everything people like and want. The old-fashioned type shop.
Baskets I've taken down from hanging.
Oh yeah.
I've got stuff in them.
3 sheets of coarse and 3 sheets of a final one.
3 sheets of coarse.
If you've got a new right leg, I'll buy that too.
Right, we can do that for you.
Our stock in those early days reflected the times as we sold blue bags and step powder, washboards and dolly pegs, clothes areas that pulled up to the ceiling. We stocked tin kettles and pot menders, and enamel cookware, lamp wicks and lamp chimneys. Do you remember distemper? We sold gallons of paraffin for light heat and cooking.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you'll be a star overnight, will you?
With halo around me.
What do you think of this store, Wendy?
I think we're enormously lucky to have it. Because whenever you come here, they've always got what you want.
And that's unusual in some of the shops nowadays, isn't it?
It is indeed, yes. Long may it last. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Time moved along and things began to alter. Pounds, shillings and pence made way for pounds and p's, so stock had to be repriced. We got used to new coins, but then came VAT, much dreaded and hated, causing headaches and work and large cheques that had to be paid. Metrication, our next stumbling block. We lost yards, feet and inches and gained metres. We lost gallons, quarts and pints and gained litres. Away went 100 weights, pounds and ounces, and we converted to kilos. It was all very different and caused havoc when pricing our stock.
These are the imperial cast iron weights we always used. They've been used for a number of centuries. They're now going over to metric. They start from about a 2 ounce up to 14 pounds. On the rear side, that was a hollow filled with lead, which was occasionally taken to the weights and measures inspectors, who would put it on their own scales. Any deficiency they would fill with more lead or take some away, or if they were really past it, they would condemn them with a big star punch. Years and years ago, this was quite an event in a village, because all the farmers brought their own weights along for miles around to be stamped or date marked or condemned. It was customary in the village for the weights and measures man to come, and sometimes he would put up at the local inn, and he would be expected to do a turn at night, either play a banjo, recite poetry, or maybe the violin, because being a stranger to the village, he was quite something to have somebody else out of the village to do things for them. We still sell loose nails and panel pins, galvanised staples and various other items of ironmongery, although in most shops now they are done as a pre-pack. But people still like to come in and handle them. They like the feel of nails, and it does make quite a difference to it. They can actually touch them and see what they really want. There's a variety of galvanised fencing staples for wire netting, barbed wire, ordinary spring head nails for galvanised and corrugated roofing, felt nails, ordinary galvanised fencing nails, and ordinary round bright wire nails, which we keep the most popular sizes of.
I reckon they're just like in a different...
Yeah. Some Paris bags up there.
Was it in Maidstone? These were cheaper than they were in Laken. Yeah,
That's it? Yeah.
It's the size of the thing. It's not for this, but that's the size of that hole.
Yeah. I've got packs of washers assorted in fibre, but otherwise we've got some. We've got a leather one.
Yeah, the thread inside.
Oh yes, yeah.
You screw. I'll have one.
All right, they're 40p a packet. They're just. I always used to get fibre washers, loose in a big box. But I can't find them these days. But,
You can have your picture taken, dear.
yes, yeah. It's an MGM job. This is.
Be signing.
You're on it as well.
Better not be.
One night in October in 1987, the hurricane hit us. It tore roofs off houses for miles, and people were desperate for light, warmth and shelter. We sold out of tilly lamps and camping gas lights, torches and batteries, camping stoves and saucepans. Hot water bottles and candles disappeared from our shelves, and our stocks of timber, nails and tools got very low as people made running repairs to their roofs, doors and sheds. Soon the rates as we knew them were abolished, and we faced the business rate and poll tax, which seemed rather hard as we live over the shop, but we have to pay up. That one's 39.
Before the days of petrol saws, in the forest and the woodlands, most work was done by the manual saw. They ranged in length from 3 foot up to 7 foot, were nearly always used by 2 men or a man and a boy, with various cutting teeth for obviously for various jobs, for green wood or for dry wood. They sometimes had the same identical handle each end, or just an ordinary handle grip on one end and a single grip on the other. Going back over this shop over the last century, as far as we know, a Scotsman came down in about 1910 or a little before. He was a well-known saddler, couldn't make his money in Scotland, came down south and produced cart horse saddlery for the surrounding areas. He sat in the window making the saddles and all the various accoutrements, and his work was placed on hooks outside of the building. In the 20s and 30s, as the heavy horse declined and tractors came in, he started supplementing the business, selling bits of hardware, pots, pans, brushes, brooms, and that sort of thing.
We have lived happily here since 1968 and look back with pleasure. The village is beautiful, the people are kind and our customers loyal. Our family has grown and moved on. Our shop has evolved with the years, so we're still busy and hope that the future will be as rewarding as the last 30 years.